Hi. It's very important to understand P4 tuning versus P4, a fourth. Let's start on root here. A fourth here, a perfect fourth from 4 to its B flat. Okay, a perfect fourth from B flat to E flat. Okay, a perfect fourth from B flat to E flat right there. There's E, the third in the key is C, right? So that would be E flat, and then a perfect fourth from E flat to A flat, that kind of thing. We ended up going up in accidentals there, but these are perfect fourths. And the third regular unwarped guitar tuning, let's just take a look at that. Oh, this is the regular unwarped guitar tuning. The regular warped guitar tuning, let's just take a quick look at that. Okay, I don't mean to like razzle dazzle y'all, but this is chart 456 or 457. 456, mirror images of the warped. Mirror images of the warped means that I've actually, this is all on paper. Well, now it's on computer, but it's on paper. This hasn't been done in the physical instrument. Now, of course, the P4 warped guitar is right here. So here we have our E, A, D, G, and then B, E right there. So that's your normal guitar, tuning. So if I hit this root here, okay, this 5 root 3 is a nice C-shaped, a robust C-shaped chord. Okay, so that's the warped. And then I thought, well, let's take the mirror image of the warped. So notice we have a mirror image here. We have 7 going to 3 here. We got 7 going to 3 down here. This is where the mirror would be. Okay, symmetrical. And this is where the mirror would be. Do we have to draw this? Yes. We must draw this mirror. There it is. There's the mirror. So we got 3 here, 3, 6, moving away from the mirror. Everything's the same. It's like you're looking at a mountain of notes, and then this is the reflection in the water, okay? That's what it's like. Okay, so in that case, we have this imaginary note down here. Now, this wasn't a bad idea because putting the imaginary string on the bottom was a good idea because that was a reflection of the top string, and on the warped P3 guitar, the top string is merely a duplication of the bottom string as far as the notes and their octaves. So the string shapes 3, 4, 5, the C string shape would be exactly the same. So if we're going to call this imaginary, then up top there would also be something we didn't need in the 5 string. So that might have worked. I was onto something there because with the warped P3, the warp is at the P3, but it's really regular P4 guitar with a P4 warped. So it's warped guitar. Cello-Fiddle is not warped. This is completely on paper. Don't try this at home. If you do, I have this big long explanation on my Facebook group page. And by the way, let's take an opportunity. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and follow the instructions below to access Andy's free guitar chart videos, where you can see the videos in their length and also hopefully read my comments. So I haven't tried it. I have to go to the library or somewhere where I'm not me and just find my videos and look at that and make sure you can read the comments. But I try to get them out verbally, obviously, and picture says 1,000 words here too. So this imaginary thing, now what I want to talk about is we've got this, I mean, I could start anywhere and jump into this brute force meaning we're just going to start and we don't have it perfectly sequenced. So obviously we're looking at chart 456 here. That isn't even on the description for this video. It was before. It led up to the other charts. And of course, 459 is the great chart that we're going to get to and talk about today. And wow, it was really cold last night. Really. But it's not going to be that bad in the next 5 days. So, let's jump right into it. This is the defining bottom string of the regular guitar. So the C string shape, I'll take Mr. Capo off so we can see. The C string shape is going to be 3, 4, 5 in the key of C. If we're talking about caged, we might as well be in the key of C because caged is coined in the key of C. Okay? It's not the C, E flat, okay? Or what is it? C, F, E flat, C. This is C, sorry. It would be the A flat, F, it's funny, E flat, C, B flat system. It's not that, but that would be the cage shapes in the key of A flat because I'm down tuned. And so you take a C, you take an E here, and you down tune it 2 whole steps. Okay, in the key of C, play key of C stuff, you'll be down in A flat. Don't worry about any of that. All I'm saying is it's coined in the key of C because cage word is in the key of C. All right, so now with the warp, we're not going to see the cage word because they've changed it. Here's the C in cage, so it'd be C, A, G, E, D. Still not worried about that. That's just eye candy. That's like, well, something's working. It all seems to me making sense. Okay, so our string shape definer is C right here, 3, 4, 5. If we want to look at the top 5 strings, because this one's imaginary, it's not going to be here, right? It's not in the real instrument, it's not there. Then we're going to need a string shape definer. So we're going to have 2 string shape definers. We're going to have the bottom string of the cello fiddle, and we're also going to have the top string where we're going to be looking for the mirror image of our chords. Now in this particular drawing where we have a warped bottom string here, and bottom 2 strings actually. So let's see if we can undo that little thing there, because we might need this string imaginarily for discussion. So let's look at the C chords. 5, root 3, 5, root 3. Let's look at its mirror image. Here we come. 5, root 3, 5, root 3. You see how so I added that imaginary back in there so we could get that D-shaped part of the C-shaped chord, right? We go up from 5, root 3, 5, root 3. We go from a C shape to actually a D shape down here. D is the in between the 2 and the 3 here, would be in no play land. So here's a little D shape on the bar sticking up at you. That's a wonderful chord to play when you want to just play you know, a C there. We don't have Mr. Capo on now, we need him. It's a D-shaped C. Okay? So that's what we're talking about. We're going to have 2 designators for the chords in the cello, fiddle, violin tuning here. But remember, this has got an arbitrary P6 warp. Why? Because when you turn a P3 interval upside down, so you were going from G to B is a P3 interval. Okay, G to C is a P4 interval. G to D is a P5 interval. Okay, we're going to have to know those intervals. But when you go from G's third to its root, that's a 6th. Okay, that's a 6th. That's why it says P6. See, it's a mirror image. So we've definitely got, coming down here, we've got the C shape. Now it's going down and to the left, where the C shape over normal is, in the normal guitar, is going up and to the right. Okay, so now we're back where we were before. We have unwarped, meaning we don't have that third interval, that P3 interval anymore. We've got G going to C, not G going to B. And then C is going to go